Right then guys, I hope you are doing very well today. You join us from the Whitsundays, from Whitsunday Airport here in, well, it's called Proserpine, but it's the Whitsunday official airport. It's probably the smallest airport I've ever been to in my life. There was only 2 other planes in when we landed, and then one of them left shortly after, so tiny terminal, which is brilliant because you get straight out, the bags come straight off, and we were straight there, first ones to pick our hire car up. So we're just heading over now to pick up our hire car here at the airport. As you can see, the sun is shining, just like every day in Australia pretty much. The sun is shining, and I've been interrupted by a tannoy for the airport. That's how small of an airport it is. There's a tannoy in the car park for calling out passenger announcements. So yeah, here we are. We've got the car. I think Rich is going to drive first. He's not too happy about it because of the car we've got. So when we find it, I'll show you what car we've got exactly. We know the make. We don't know what it looks like. Should set the rope on the car. Where's the key? What door is it? There's still a key back there. Oh, this one, yeah. The cabinet, surely. Every car's key into it. So if you come to Proserpine Whitsunday Airport, odds are you're getting a Kia. There's a few little Toyotas knocking about and a Subi, but outside of that you are probably getting a Kia, or maybe some other variants of Japanese car or Korean car, something of the like, when you find it, that is, because we can't find ours right now. Where is it? Where's this car at? We still don't know where the car is, so we're just going to keep walking around in the sun until eventually we find out which car is ours, which I don't know how long this will take. But yeah, welcome back to the channel anyways. If you are new around here, whilst we're looking for a car, please hit subscribe. Stay tuned for all the other Australian adventures and any other world future travels I've got coming up, and please give a watch to any previous videos as well. We've just done, I've just done a little trip around Vietnam before hopping onto Australia, and we've been touring around Australia, and here we are a bit further up the Queensland coast. And if you do like today's video, please smash that like button as well. If you've been to the Whitsundays yourself, or any part of Queensland, or you want to as well, please leave a comment. I would love to hear from you guys. And after doing a full lap of the car park, I think we found the car. It was the very first car in the entire car park. Yeah, it was. It was. This is the car here. Literally the first one yet. What do you think of the whip? Oh, she'll play. We've just got into the Airbnb, and wow, what a spot we've got here. We've got a bedroom in here. I think we've got 2 bedrooms in this place. It's a lovely layout. Another big, massive bathroom in there. I'll give like a proper tour of this. Where's the light switch? There we are. Look at this big bathroom in there. And then we go through, look at this kitchen area out here. Lovely dining area, big kitchen area, and a big ass TV. Oh, trip. Look at this. And the TV in here, and a big old ensuite in here. Can I find a light switch? I can find a light switch. Yeah, look at that. Proper. Oh, a shaded balcony in there. And an actual balcony. Wow, look at this. Look at that for an absolute view. I'm sorry, but that is just incredible. Wow. Now that's a view. That is a view. Like, that's a view. Very impressed by this. Definitely one of my better finds. So yeah, here we are, the Whitsundays. 40-minute drive from the airport, and here we are in a lovely little spot. So we've got some time to chill and explore this evening, and then big trips and things all start tomorrow. So it's currently almost 5 p.m. So yeah, we can just enjoy this place, go out, get some food, drinks, do whatever, and then yeah, tomorrow's where the action really happens. But yeah, this is lots of words. This view is just incredible. Like, just look at this. That marina view from the balcony just I want to say I'm lost for words, but I keep talking, but I genuinely am like just shook at how impressive this place is. So yeah, here we are, Whitsundays, the adventure continues. I got some lovely boats, all different sizes, speed boats, sailing boats, like little yacht type boats. I've got some fishing boats here as well, and some like bigger boats that are docked here as well. What a place to leave your boat. Oh, that kid's just run over a dog. So this is the view just walking around the outside of actual Airlie Beach. So actual Airlie Beach is just in there. This is a lookout point here that we're going to head to. We've got this spot here right by the Whitsunday Sailing Club, so that behind me there is the Whitsunday Sailing Club, and again, just look at this. Rich is somewhere up there. I've paused, I've taken a bit of a wrong path and I've got myself in a bit of a one-way street here, so I'm going to have to go back around to get up there. But yeah, he's gone somewhere up there. I need to pick a new path to get up that way. But here we are, just amazing views, and that is, where is it? The actual Airlie Beach is somewhere just in there, past that bit of rock that sticks out. So yeah, pretty incredible views, and there's a big, I'm not sure if and where it docks up here, but there is a big cruise ship somewhere behind my head up there that I've seen. But again, I'm not sure exactly where they'll dock if, there's a cruise ship docking right here. Not sure how close they can get, or if they go to the islands or what, but yeah. It's a very popular place. It's a little bit quiet right now. Just having a little explore around and seeing what we can find in Airlie Beach. Here we have the Airlie Beach Lagoon, which is basically a big swimming pool, but you've got a lifeguard, so if like some people you can't swim, then you are safe. Got 2 lifeguards actually. Now then guys, it is day 2 here in the Whitsunday Islands, staying here in Airlie Beach in Queensland. Day 2 has come to an end, so I'm going to give you guys a bit of a run through of what we've been up to today, because it's been a very busy day. And this camera has not been able to come out very much because there's been a lot of water involved, and this camera's not waterproof, which is quite a weird thing, because I went for the DJI Osmo Pocket Mini thing, the version 3, incredible camera, but the only downside is that you can't use it like an action camera or get it out anywhere, you know, around water. So the time currently is 10 past 10. It's 10 past 10 and we've had the busiest day ever. Especially Rich, he's had an even busier day because I didn't go out last night. I wasn't feeling too great, so I got an early night. I think I was asleep by about 9 p.m. Rich, on the other hand, went out, met some people from all over the place, had a bit of a wild night. He got in at like 1 o'clock, something like that, which was yeah, interesting. I got woken up by some staggering footsteps coming through, because the front door's literally like there on the other side of my bedroom. So yeah, that was interesting to say the least. And we were up at 6:30 this morning. We were up at 6:30 to go to the Whitsunday Islands. So when you come here, obviously, unless you're made of money, you probably can't afford to stay just like us and most people on the actual islands, because I was looking and it's literally, I checked it on booking.com and you're talking thousands of pounds for a few nights on there. So yeah, it's very sort of luxury exclusive, only a couple of resorts and small hotels, etc. on a few of the islands. So the majority of people, you will stay here on Airlie Beach. We're staying at a place called the Boathouse Apartments, which obviously I've already given a tour of. So yeah, we got picked up, did the full tour. The tour was really good. We went all around the islands. It's quite a long day. I mean, we got picked up at like just before 7 o'clock. So Mr. strolling at 1:30, drunk out of his brains. Had an interesting get up in the morning when I woke him up at about 6:30, telling him that need to leave fairly soon. So yeah, it was a interesting start to the morning for him, but made it nonetheless. We had a couple of hours, I think it was about 2 hours ride out to the first snorkel spot, or the snorkel spot I should say, where we did that. It was good. It was a little bit disappointing, like a lot of the, I don't know if we went to a bad reef or just the reefs like around here are like that, I don't know. To be honest, I need to look into it a bit more, but the reef was a bit dead. There was a little bit going on. I was quite nervous beforehand because we had to wear these stinger suits for obviously jellyfish or anything like that could sting you. So yeah, I was nervous, like, is there going to be jellyfish in the area? Because apparently it's very, very high season, but we didn't see a single jellyfish actually in the area. But we did see some jellyfish later on. When heading back towards the Early Beach later on, we saw a few and they were big. Like, I'm talking big. Like, they looked like sort of beach ball, volleyball size things floating in the water. So yeah, if I was in there, or anyone who was in the water when we were doing the snorkeling experience, we would have soon known about it if you'd seen one of them coming, because yeah, they're pretty big and the sting is very, very dangerous. So yeah, the stinger suits, they were saying this right now is literally the high season. Someone got stung recently, so you have to wear stinger suits. So yeah, if you are in the area as well and just going to the beach and thinking about going for a paddle, just bear those things in mind. Particularly we're here in early January, so I'm guessing it's in the start of the Australian summer, which is when the peak season will be, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, it was a really good day, really long day. We headed out to the actual Whitehaven Beach afterwards, so you go there. We didn't get loads of time there, which was a bit of a shame, but it was still cool to see. We went up to the lookout. It's about a 10-minute walk up from the landing spot up to the lookout, and probably another 10 minutes back down to then go a different way down to the beach, and then again another 10 minutes to get from the beach to get to the actual landing spot again for the boat, because you have to go by a small tender boat. Obviously the big boats can't land right on shore, so you have to go in groups on a small little inflatable tender boat type thing with just a little outboard motor on the back, that sort of thing. Let's just have a second as well to talk about the water on Whitehaven Beach. Just incredible. The clearest seawater I think I've ever seen in my life. I've seen some pretty amazing ones before in the Caribbean and places like Maya Bay, which always springs to mind from Thailand. The Caribbean ones, I was a lot younger, so it's very sort of fake memory. Probably about 15 odd years ago now. So yeah, it's a bit of a harder memory to think back to those ones, but I can remember some very, very clear, some clear water and beautiful beaches. Just look at this, guys. The most clear, beautiful emerald water ever. I've been to Maya Bay in Thailand, and it's a close call. I feel like I need to go back to Maya Bay just to compare it to this, because this is insane. Just look at that. Honestly, it's absolutely breathtaking. I wish we had longer here, because we're only here for like 15 minutes or so on this actual beach, but wow. Breathtaking. I can't wait for tomorrow to get up in the plane and see what this looks like from up in the sky. That'll be so cool. But yeah, today, Whitehaven Beach, just immaculate, incredible. It is a nature reserve, a national park here in Australia, so very well kept. There's no people sunbathing, anything like that. It's literally just people coming on boat, visiting for an hour, half an hour, however long they get there, and then heading back off afterwards. I think the guy, one of the boat drivers, was saying you can camp on there, you can camp on the places. I'm not sure if you need like a permit or something for that, but he did mention that on the way back and said that he's done it as well. The crew were really cool as well. Had a mix of people. I think there was 2 Aussies, 1 Irish, 1 Dutch, I think, if I remember correctly. So interesting mix of nationals and Europeans doing the sailing, and it's a pretty cool job, isn't it, to get to live in this part of the world where you've got beautiful sunshine this time of year. You get to go out on the boat every single day, and if you're the sort of person who likes meeting and interacting with new people, then you can do that as well every single day with groups of, I think it was like 15-20 people on our tour. How much did the tour cost? You might be wondering as well. The tour set us back about £130, £140. There are cheaper ones. Ours was a bit more of a slightly longer day, so there's some that are like 10 till 5. I think ours was like about 8 till 6 by the time we actually set sail and got back just after 6 p.m. So it was a longer day. We got food included. Drinks weren't included. Water was included, but soft drinks, beers, things like that weren't included. And then we got a glass of Prosecco, something like that. It wasn't really needed, but we got it anyways towards the end of the cruise. When I say cruise, I don't mean cruise. I mean towards the end of the sailing adventure, if that's what you can call it. So towards the end of the day, we got a little glass of champagne and some like just cold cuts of meat, like a salami type thing and cheese, little things like that don't make or break it. So whether we got them or not didn't really make a difference today, but they were a nice little extra. So yeah, £140 ish for a full day's trip. I think that's quite good. You can do half day tours as well, which I think is where you probably just go maybe straight to the beach and come straight back, something like that. I think they're in probably the £80-90 mark, and then typically your day tours are in the £100 to £140 mark, something around that. So by the time we booked it, we booked it when we were in Brisbane a few days ago, so it was literally it was the only tour we could get today. But it was still a really good one. Glad we've done it. It was a little bit more than what we were thinking. We were going to go for you can do this like high speed catamaran type thing. So we were looking at one of those, but like I say, they were fully sold out. So we got the sailing boat, and I definitely recommend it. It's one of those things as well where it's a lot slower paced and a lot steadier. So I'm kind of almost glad that we could just sort of sit back and enjoy the day rather than thrashing about on a jet boat, which is fun, but particularly for someone who's hungover, then it's not the best for you. You're probably over the side throwing up as well. So yeah, it was. If you're looking for something more relaxed, I'd say go for a sailing boat. If you're looking for something quicker or something that's a bit more like an adrenaline rush, then you've got speed boats, jet boats, catamarans, all sorts of things like that. There's so many options. Like if you're here for a bit longer or at a quiet time of year, you can probably book when you get here. There's loads of options on the street where you can literally go directly to the tour companies, but like us, we didn't want to come and travel all the way out here and find out all the tours were booked, which is probably what would have happened, given that with the tour company we booked through, the one that we booked onto was literally the only tour out of all the things they offer that had space on today, and we booked at like 5-6 days notice as well, so it wasn't even like we left it super last minute. So just one thing to bear in mind, if you are coming out, just plan in advance, a week or so ahead, just get it booked in, and you should have no issues. If you can book it even further ahead, then book it even further ahead. And then we got back, we finished up the day with a nice bit of food. The place we went to was literally called The Pub. He is in there like swimwear. How's it looking?
Mine. Yeah, not bad. A little bit more cooked than I would have liked, but...
Tasting? Good, Aussie beef?
No, that's very good.
That was literally the name of the place. It was at the, it's called the Early Beach Hotel. So the one thing I've noticed here as well in Australia is that the quality of the beef and the price of beef, I'm talking about, getting a steak, it's just incredible compared to the US and compared to the UK and like anywhere else I've been. Like, I'm quite cautious when it comes to ordering steak, that I wouldn't normally order it from somewhere that isn't like a steakhouse. I typically only order it from like an actual steak restaurant, and even then, when I think in the UK, like what I've paid tonight probably tasted as good, if not better, than a Miller and Carter steak, for example, which I've eaten at before. And I'm trying to think what the cost was at a Miller and Carter. I'm pretty certain it's like £30-35, if not more. And this came out to £25 with the red wine sauce, well, which was about an extra £2.50. So it was around about the $50 mark. So yeah, call it £25 for some really good 300 gram piece of sirloin steak, which was cooked bang on, and Richard's, like he said as well, his was bang on as well. You also got all of like a little kind of salad bar thing. So you had salad and you had like roast potatoes there as well. So we had a few of those, and desserts as well. Dessert was included. So you had like some chocolate cake stuff, or I got some ice cream afterwards as well, all included. So yeah, it's definitely such a big thing here. The quality of food is exceptional. We're talking, any meats, fruits, veggies, milk, anything like that. The quality of food here just seems to be so good. Yet the price point seems to be it's definitely cheaper than the US. 1,000,000% it's cheaper than the US. I've not been to America for like a year and a bit now, but I've been literally every year for the past 6 years before that at some point, and from memory, like I can't think of a time in America where I've ever thought the grocery shopping was cheap. So yeah, I'm sure Australia, it's going to come out cheaper than the US. and yeah, trying to like compare eye to eye for the UK. I've not obviously done a proper grocery shop or anything like that. It's been more meals out and little trips into corner shops, but it's definitely on par with, if not cheaper than the UK. So if you come in here, it's a bit of a misconception sometimes where people think that Australia is a really, really expensive place. Now, is it cheap? Like, I wouldn't say it's not. No, it's not a cheap place. You know, I've just come from Vietnam beforehand. That is a cheap place. Like, hands down, that is cheap. Australia's not cheap, but I'd say it's only as expensive as the UK. About the same, if not cheaper than the US, but quality-wise, better than the UK and better than the US. The service is also really good as well. You don't kind of get that overzealous American sort of culture where people try a bit too hard when their server's there, and expect a 20% tip. Tipping's not really a thing here. Some places will offer you a chance to tip, but it's not really a thing out here, which is kind of nice because, again, not to talk about the US too much, but it's one of those things where people often think UK, US, Australia, it's the the big English speaking countries of the world. And in the US, if you've not been before, whenever you go for the first time, an 18 or 20% tip is literally expected. Now, I don't give that ever myself. I'm not going to get forced into giving people more money for sometimes a very mediocre, if below par service, or sometimes even in America, literally you go to like a McDonald's or something, or some sort of fast food place. I've been to stadiums and whatnot, and literally you order on a kiosk yourself, you pay yourself, no human interaction. It's like, do you want to tip 25% today? And it's like, why would I tip 25% when I've done all the work myself? Like, I'm doing the ordering, I'm doing everything myself, and no human interaction. Literally someone's got to spit an order out from the back. So yeah, don't worry about those sorts of things as well. There's no sort of pressure on tipping culture here. The service has been great everywhere we've been, in New South Wales, in Queensland, obviously in the bigger cities, and also now in a smaller part of Australia as well, which is quite touristy. Yeah, honestly, such a great vibe. It's been, how many days now? It's been a week. Just over a week I've been in Australia. I've still got another 10, 11 days left, I think. And the country's leaving such a positive impression on me, both from, again, the starting off point in Sydney, and since we've come through and done actually a bit of a holiday as well, and seeing different parts of the country. It's really leaving such an amazing impression on me. And I can see, again, like I've said before, I know for a fact that I've said it at some point in this series, I can see exactly why people are come on a holiday here so much now from the UK, despite it being such a journey. But B, also why a lot of people are relocating here. I know people who've done 1-2 year working holidays in Australia, kind of gone back to the UK, but probably want to come back and settle in Australia or do it again in the future. I know people who've done 3, 6, 9 month travelling periods as well in Australia, stuff like that, or going around Southeast Asia, and also then going to Australia as well as like a must stop final destination as well. I even know people as well who've fully relocated out here, started a whole new life, not just on the working visa type situation where you come on a working holiday visa. I mean, where the people can come out for a year or two and then potentially head back. I know people who've fully relocated their life out here as well, which is it's a big thing to do. Moving 10,000 miles away from home, but can I see why people do it? Yes, absolutely. So yeah, that's a final little thought for this evening. So thank you for staying tuned again in this section of the episode. This is going to be, closing off day 2 now, and then stay tuned because we've got our final day in the Whitsundays tomorrow. So we're going to keep it all together in one episode for this one. So keep watching, because very shortly we will be going, we'll be leaving the Airbnb in the morning. That's the first thing. And then we have got one of the incredible, spectacular, must-do, must-see things here in the Whitsundays. We're going up in a little plane, and we've got an hour trip flying around the islands, seeing it from a bird's eye view. So it's something that I can't wait to do. So stay tuned, because very shortly we'll be doing that. But I'll see you guys in the morning. Here we are, it's day 3 here on the Queensland coast, or I should say further up the Queensland coast. We're still in Early Beach, and right behind me is the airport. but not the airport we flew into. No, this is a different airport. So this is just called Whitsunday Airport. It's a very small airport, and it's where we're going to be taking our flight from today to head up and do the full scenic view, scenic tour around all the Whitsunday Islands. We spoke to a few people now who've done it, you know, since being here in the past few days, and every single person's had such amazing things to say about it. So we can't wait to get up there. I'm so excited to get up there and see what's going on. The last day here, we've just been chilling this morning, had a bit of a walk around. We had to leave the Airbnb at 10 o'clock, so we did so. 10 p.m, vacated the Airbnb, hand the keys back. The place we stayed at is just amazing. One of the best places I've ever stayed at, so it was a shame we were only here for 2 days, but really beautiful. And the sun booming out again. Can you hear that behind me? Plane flying. Hopefully that picked up on camera. The plane has gone zipping by, as you'd expect at an airport, but a very small plane, probably only a two-seater has gone flying by, something like that. So yeah, very warm here still. It's about 30 degrees. The UV gets up to about 12 during the sort of peak hours around 12 o'clock. But then it's rapidly dropping now, so I think it's about UV9, UV8. It just keeps dropping and dropping. So Richard's just done a creaming up. He's a little bit burnt still from yesterday, so he's put a bit of extra sun cream on just to cover himself for that side of things. I'm not sure if the sun's intensified or what it's like up there. It's almost like you're in a car still. Obviously you've got the glass, so I'm not sure if that protects you or not, so we'll soon find out. If I come back and get burnt, we'll see in about an hour and a bit's time we come down. So yeah, we've got here half an hour early. Well, I say half an hour early, you have to come half an hour before any flights check in and whatnot, so it's literally just about to strike 1:30 now. So we're going to head in, go through probably some security briefings, safety briefings, all that sort of stuff, and yeah, very soon we'll be up in the air. It's a lovely, pretty much clear day. If you can see up there, there's no clouds up here. There's a bit of cloud on the horizon there, there's a bit of cloud above, but not a lot really, so the view should be amazing. How much did it cost as well for this, anyone who's wondering? I think we've paid about £140, £150 each for this, so around about 300 Aussie, like 220 US, something like that, for a quick calculation. Something around about those ballparks, so it's by no means cheap, but when you think about once in a lifetime opportunities, for some people it's just coming to Australia. That's how it feels like right now for me. I'm 26, it's the first time I've come here, and then doing this as well in Australia. It's a enhancement of the once in a lifetime opportunity. So yeah, so looking forward to it. So let's go inside now, see what the setup's like, and then, you know, before we know it, we'll get up in the air and start seeing those insane views over Whitehaven Beach and all the other Whitsunday Islands. There's one of the planes, and there's the other plane right there. We've just got a mixture of good news and bad news. So the bad news is that we're actually on separate flights, me and Rich. So these two planes here, I think we're going to be going in one each of them. The good news is that because of that, because we're going individually, we actually get to co-pilot and sit at the front of the plane. So I'm not sure how much piloting we'll actually do, but we do get to sit right at the front. So I'm sure that'll mean best views from the front, and yeah, probably no flying involved, but still should be a good chance to get some amazing views. So yeah, we're just going to kick it here now for a bit until we get ready for a safety briefing and to take off.
My dad's here, let's have another one.
On the left-hand side, yeah. But on the right side, the guy goes. So can I say it first? I don't know. If it's possible, I would like to. I would. 180.
Hang on, Richard. Well, after a bit longer than planned, I've been sat on the ground now for pretty much an hour, so Rich will be back soon. Here we are getting on the plane, and I'm still riding co-pilot as well. I'll just get everyone away from the plane. Who's going to me?
Okay. So you'll be boarding here on this seat here. What I'll get you to do, sir, is
Look at that, we've got a 7-hour drive to Cairns now. 7 hours, but how was the experience?
Unbelievable, like that is crazy. I've had a flick through the pictures and they don't quite do it justice. Like the colours are insane. Yeah, one of the 7 wonders of the world for a reason.
Is it?
Mental. Yeah.
Didn't realise that.
Yeah.
That's number two ticked off now, I think, for me.
Mental.
Done Chichen Itza and now the Great Barrier Reef. But yeah, incredible. Pardon the reversing beepers. Yeah, amazing experience. I've not had a chance to literally look for the videos yet because Rich went up before me, so I've literally just touched down now. So I need to actually have a little look through and see how it looks. We saw some sharks as well. Both of us saw sharks on our flights, which was pretty mad because I don't think I've ever seen a shark before, ever. Maybe at an aquarium or something, but never in the wild, so that's amazing to see because they are huge, like huge. You can very easily see them from like whatever it is, like 1,000-2,000 feet up in the sky. And the whole Great Barrier Reef, just amazing. Bit of a contrast to where we went snorkeling yesterday, not quite the same. Now I've seen the real thing. So yeah, we've just got the 7-hour slog through to Cairns now. So Rich will do a slog and I'll do a slog, or we'll find some way to work it out between us. Driving up there, gonna be a long journey, but it'll be worth it. Hopefully I get down to some crocodiles in Cairns. We're heading further north, so we're heading more into crocodile territory. So basically the rule in Australia is the further north you go, the more inland you go, there's more things that can kill you. So we're learning that so far after some people that Rich met the other night. They found 2 giant, well, one was a python, one was something else, one was about 4 meters long, 3 meters long, and they went and picked it up, which was always a wise thing to do when you don't know what the snake is. But that's beside the point. They went and picked up the snake. So hopefully we don't see any snakes because they were staying a few doors down from us in a different building. So hopefully there's no snakes for us at any point, or crocs, or anything else that can kill us. So yeah, on the road, 7 hours, next stop, well, final destination Cairns, next stop, we don't know quite where yet. Pork burrito with some chips, and Rich has got the entire menu and the entire sauce collection here.
One big. It's one of my favourite places.
Seriously good. Seriously good.